right, guys. Good evening, everybody. How are you doing today? If you can hear me, let's type in 111 in the chat. If you are watching us right on YouTube, if you can hear me, type in yes in the comment box. And if you are yet to subscribe, please make sure you click that subscribe button and ensure you activate the bell icon, and don't forget to leave a like button if you are watching this video for the first time. Okay, today is going to be really amazing, guys, as usual. And I want you guys to know that the information I'm going to be sharing with you today is going to be it's a powerful one on how to win more trade with the king strategy. Okay, so I'll be sharing two important things with you that you can put into consideration if you are using this strategy. Okay, now, guys, if you can hear me pretty loud and clear, please type in one in the chat. Type in one in the chat. If I'm very audible enough, type in one in the chat. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm super happy to know that you guys can hear me very well. Okay, so let's run a quick recap about how the king how the king strategy works for those who are new here, or for those who are willing to follow to start trading with this strategy. So let's quickly run a quick 2 minute recap on how to take trade with the king strategy. So if you, for those of you who are new to this strategy, if you really want to learn more about this strategy, I'm not going to go deeper right now on how to set up the parameters and the condition. So if you want to learn more about this strategy, there is a link on our YouTube channel. Just go on our YouTube channel, or feel free to explore. Those of you who are rightly watching this on YouTube right now, feel free to explore and type in the king strategy. The king strategy. So all the videos we have on the king strategy is going to pop up. So you're going to see a particular one or two that you can watch from beginning to the end, and that's going to help you to learn how to enter all the moving averages parameters, stochastic and RSI, including the trading conditions, stop loss, and take profits. Okay, so now, like I said, I'm not going to bore us with a lot of talk tonight. Okay, today is just to be able to share an important view with us and how we have been using this strategy to make consistent gain. So, like I said, I'm going to run a quick one on how you can take a trade with this strategy. Number one thing you want to put in place is that now we are looking at H1, which is H1 1 hour time frame. So let's assume we want to take our, this is going to be our entry time frame. So we want to take our trade based on 1 hour. So the rules of the strategy says you need to adopt one higher time frame ahead of your entry time frame, okay, to filter the trend, which means we want to trade along the trend the higher time frame is telling us. So in this case, we are going to be using H4, which is 4 hours as our filter time frame. Now, number one thing right here you are looking at is this red moving average. This red moving average, the parameters is 120 exponential moving average applied to close. So this moving average, okay, we want to take a look at it. Number one thing we want to take a look at is on higher time frame, okay, to see the direction this is going along with price. So right now, based on H4, the H4 says price is trading below the 120 moving average. So now, once you see price trading below the 120 moving average, this tells us that we are surely in a downtrend. So on H1, we want to trade a sell bias only. All right. Now, on the same entry time frame, we want to take a look at 120 moving average as well. If price and some set of candles are also below the candle, sorry, below the 120 moving average, which is the red moving average you are looking at right in front of you. So this also must be in line, must be saying the same thing based on what higher time frame is saying. So right now, higher time frame says this pair is going down, and the entry time frame also says that this pair is going down. So we want to see the two time frame going in the same direction, which is what we have seen on H1 and H4 based on this 120 moving average. All right. So that is condition number 1 and 2. Condition number 1 is H4. Condition number 2 is on the entry time frame, which is H1. Condition number 3, we want to see the blue moving average crosses the yellow from the upside to the downside, which is what we have seen right here. And as you can see right here, the cross is clear right here. So after the cross happened, you want to take your trade. Okay, that is condition number 3. Remember, this one right here on H4 is condition number 1. We want to be sure that price and candles are below the 120 moving average for a downtrend. Condition number 1. Condition number 2, the same thing must be happening with 120 moving average. Price must be below, and some set of candle must be below the 120 moving average on H1, which is entry time frame. Condition number 2. Condition number 3, we want to see the 5 and 12 moving average crosses each other from the upside. Condition number 3 met. Now, condition number 4, on the same line or the same vertical area where we see that the cross has happened on the between 5 and 12 moving average, we want to use our vertical line or use the cursor to measure the same length. Now, as you can see on the same length, we want to see that RSI is also below 50, which is what we have seen right here. So as we see that RSI is also below the 50 level, so this tells us that we should take a trade, right? So now I'm not going to talk about stochastic because this is mainly for continuation. So when you watch more about our when you take your time to watch some of the videos we have about this strategy, then you'll be able to learn more on how to use the stochastic for continuation. So I'm going to stop right on the RSI. Now, what I have to share with you today as part of our Confluence, okay, before you take a trade with this strategy, number one thing that I would like to share with you guys, you want to write this down. In the case of downtrend, in this case, you want to see break of structure, you want to see price forming lower lows and lower highs. Okay, you want to jot that down. You want to see price forming lower lows and lower high. What do I mean? This is a complete trend following structure. Okay, something like this. You can see you want to see a break of structure. All right, so in this case, you can see once you see a structure like this in play, then the next move to the upside right here, you want to be sure this move does not go above the last high. All right, right now this is one of the confluences you can use to determine if a trade is most likely going to go in your favor. And based on what we are seeing right on this pair, we can see that we've seen lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower high. So it's so sure that as this is going to move, it's going to deliver, which is what we are seeing right here. Right now, price has created lower another low, all right? And now we are seeing a pullback. We are seeing a pullback already. So we want to wait for the pullback to either come up here, all right? Either come up here to wait for the 5 and 12 moving average to cross back to the upside. Then on its way down, once we catch the trade, it's most likely going to deliver the same way we have seen it deliver right here and this level. I hope this is clear. This is Confluence number 1, guys. You want to be sure of this. This is a powerful keyword that you want to, this is a powerful technique for you to win more when you are picking a trade with this strategy, this has worked for us 85% of the time. All right. So you want to see, in the case of a downtrend, you want to see lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So as price keeps forming lower lows and lower high, this tells us that downtrend is in place. So as the 5 and 12 moving average goes back up, then on its way down, just like what we have seen right here, catch your sell entry the moment you see the cross to the downside. This is going to deliver 80% of the time, 85% of the time. I hope this is very, very clear, guys. Please let me know in the chat if this is clear, and if you demand some explanation, please, you have a question, please let me know in the chat. Let me know, please. Let me know, please. Okay, all right, Mr. Chukudi, Mr. Tim, Mr. Emmanuel. All right, I'm glad this is very, very, so somebody said very, very simple and a nice logic. Yes, it is, it's indeed a nice logic, guys. This is what you need. This is very, very simple. Trust me, it is very, very simple, but highly, highly effective. So these are the things we put into consideration before we take our trade, apart from using the sniper entry. All right. So if you want to look, you want to take a sniper entry, we also have a video on that where you can just watch. Feel free to explore our channel right now. Those of you on YouTube or those of you who will be watching this later, feel free to explore. So with that sniper entry video, you can use like 7 pips, between 7 pips to 15 pips to catch a huge profit, guys. I hope this is really, really interesting to you. Yes, absolutely, guys. So now this is what we want to see. The next thing we want to see right on this one is for price to either move up right here, okay, then on its way down we catch it. But remember, sometimes we may see the continuation where price may not go up. Now, as you can see, we have a bearish engulfing candlestick. So the continuation may happen on the stochastic where you see the cross. So this may tell us that price, this pair is not ready to pull back up. So this little pullback, we can catch the continuation through the stochastic. So we can ride it to the downside. I hope this is very, very clear. So in the case of a buy, this is the type of structure we want to see. Okay, this is the type of structure we want to see. Higher highs and higher low. All right, higher highs and higher low. Once you are able to recognize this type of structure, believe me, I bet you guys, you are going to keep winning with this strategy. I'm telling you this because this is what we adopt day in, day out, and it has been working for me, for us, and for a lot of people that we know that are using this strategy. So it is important to share this with you guys tonight, and I believe this is going to be of great help to those of you who will be using this simple and highly techniques. So in the case of a buy trend, you want to see price forming higher highs and higher lows, higher and higher low. And the moment you see that price comes down, okay, and on its way back up, when you see the cross between the 5 and 12 moving average, you enter the moment the cross happened, and it's most likely going to deliver 80 to 85% of the time. So if this is super clear, please let me know in the chat. Let me know if this is clear to you guys. Let me know if this is clear to you. Let me know if this is clear to you. Okay, all right. I'm super happy. This is super, super clear. Somebody says super, super clear. This is a very good one. Yes, indeed, it's a very good one. It's a very good one, guys. Adopt it. You're going to come out with huge testimony, a positive testimony of that. So now, the next one I'll check with, I want to share with you is Fibonacci retracement, 50% Fibonacci retracement. This allows you to be able to wait for price to catch the right entry, because sometimes right when you see that the cross happen between the 5 and 12 moving average, which is what we can see right here, it's most of sometimes you see a big move like this, okay, and with that you don't want to jump in right away. You don't want to run after price. So with that in mind, Fibonacci 50% Fibonacci retracement can help us to narrow the stop loss to have a smaller one compared to the difference we are going to have between here and here, right? But sometimes this also fail. What do I mean by that? Price may not come back there. So now, how do you use the Fibonacci? Let me clear all of these things. How do you use the Fib? Now, let's assume the cross has happened right here. The cross happened right here after this cross. So you want to draw your Fib, okay? You want to draw your Fib from the top to the last low. So you wait for 50% retracement before you take your entry, which means you want to put in your pending order right here, and your stop loss is going to be right above here, just 1 or 2 pips above. I hope this is clear. Okay, this is another way. So let's say you miss the move right here and it has already delivered, then you want to wait, draw your Fib from the topmost to the down to the last low, then wait for the 50% retracement, and you can see the 50% retracement for this move from here to this place. It's exactly below exactly at the support, which is now turning resistance. All right, I hope this is very, very clear. So now you may be seeing this is a long way right now. Let's look out for more clarity. Great, I see one right here. Now look at between here and here. The cross has happened right here, okay, on this very candle. So in order not to take a big stop loss of 32, all right? So now between here and here, you can draw your Fib, okay? Between here and here and here, you can draw your Fib. Then wait for price to come back to, then wait for price to come back to the 50% level. All right, wait for price to come back to the 50% level. You can see right here. Okay, you can see right on this horizontal line. So this gives us the opportunity, instead of taking the trade right here after this candle, which is below here, then your entry is going to be right here. You can see this is also more or less like a sniper entry, which gives you a about 16 to 17%, sorry, 16, 15 to 17 pips. Okay, instead of risking around 32 pips, you can see it's more or less like half of the pips that the stop loss that you're going to use. I hope this is clear. So this is one way you want to use the 50% retracement. Once you see that the cross has happened right here to the downside, okay, you may not want to enter immediately. Then once you see that price is trying to retrace, making some retracement, probably on lower time frame, then put your Fib from here to the last low right here. Then it's going to do 50% level. Then that's where you put in your stop loss, your pending order, then allow you to run to the downside. And you can see this has delivered over 30 pips from here to this place, risking about 15 to 16 pips. And you can see it's even delivered far more than what anyone can imagine. Okay, this has delivered well over 62 pips. Okay, you can see this is, you can imagine this, guys. I hope this is super clear, guys. I hope this is a very simple logic that we use to pick a trade. Okay, so once you see that the cross has happened on a trade like this, okay, let's say between here and here, but sometimes remember you are going to miss some. Okay, that is going to happen once in a while. Sometimes you are going to miss some, and some is going to result in loss. Okay, I hope this is very, very clear, guys. So in the case of this one right here, you see the cross happened between here and here. You can see right there, price did not even wait right after the cross, started going down. So you can just draw your fee between here and here, wait for price to come back to the 50% retracement, and you can see price did even close to 61, did over 61% retracement. So if you are putting your pending order right here, right on this vertical line, then that should be about 24 pips, and it has delivered around 40 pips. Sorry, around 50 pips. It has delivered around 50 pips. So risking only 25. So you can see that is about ratio 1 to 2. I hope this is making some sense to you guys. So if this is very, very clear to you, please let me know in the chat. And if you have any question, it's time to put in your question in the chat, guys. It's time to put in your question in the chat. Let's take a look at it together, and let's uh let's talk about it. Okay, somebody said very, very clear, and this is a simple way to keep winning. Yes, it's indeed a simple way to keep winning, because this is what we use day in, day out, and we feel it's at the time is now for us to also share more on this strategy with you, because this is an ever winning strategy. So for those of you who have been looking for strategy to work with, this is a perfect strategy that works if you really follow the condition judiciously. I hope this is clear. Okay, so let me know if you have any question. And the absence of no question, this means we should come to the end of today's class. And I'm glad, very, very glad this has made some impact in your life. All right, I want to see you guys keep using this strategy, keep making money with this strategy, and putting your comments on the group, whatever you've learned on this strategy. And for those of you who are watching us right on YouTube right now, check the down below. There's our group telegram group link down in the description box. Click on it, join us on Telegram, join us on our Instagram, join us on Facebook. Then from there you can learn more and more day in, day out. So guys, we have to come to the end of today's session. Since there is no question, thank you so much for having me. I'll be glad to see more of you next week. Thank you so much. Tell everyone, invite others, invite everyone. Let's dive in. Thank you so much. Bye bye for now, and God bless. Have a lovely week ahead. Bye bye, and God bless.